All right, welcome. Thank you so much for being on tonight. Roger Pascal, Real Impact TV. We've got a incredible presentation tonight. We'll be talking about lots of stuff out there, lots of stuff, what's going on. We have a very full packed evening tonight. Thank you for being on here. I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that you have the ability. If you want, please put into the chat session any area that you have or any question that you have, and we will get answers for your questions as we go along. So once again, my name is Roger Pascal. I'm with Real Impact Training. We do all the local training for you. We have multiple locations throughout Texas and North Texas, East Texas, and kind of West Central Texas. So that's where we're at right now. So thank you so much for being on here. And we have a few things we're going to go over tonight. We have a lot of meetings coming up. We have a lot of things happening in the system. We have a lot of deals happening. We're getting a lot of rumors out there regarding foreclosures and properties that are in distress, and but we are starting to see some stuff happening. We are the auctions at the courthouse this month. My what I heard was up about 15% over last month. Last month was up about 15% over the month before that. So we'll see what happens on that. We'll see where they come in at. So first of all, I would like to open the meeting with, and I have not talked to Tony yet, but with Tony. Tony's always got a great point to talk to us about. And Tony, can you jump on real quick? Hello, Tony. How are you?
Hey, Roger. I'm doing terrific. How's it going tonight?
It's going great. We're having a great week this week. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of things under contract.
Fantastic. Well, let me kick us off a little bit with a talk about property management. So in previous weeks, I haven't talked about rental property, talked about how to acquire property. But let me just take a couple minutes and talk a little bit about a method of leasing out properties that we discovered a couple of years ago, and we've kind of fine-tuned it. And what we do when we have a vacant property and we're looking for a tenant is we might stick a for rent sign in the front yard. We don't always do that because depending upon the market you're in, renting properties can be kind of easy. But nonetheless, if we put a for rent sign in the front yard or we're going to advertise that on Facebook, Zillow. In Facebook, we'll go into the Facebook real estate groups. We'll do Facebook Marketplace. But we always put a call forwarding number. And the reason for that, and it's the same number that would be on a for rent sign, our call forwarding number, when someone calls that number, especially if they're right in front of the house, they call that number, what they're going to hear is a voice message. They're going to hear a recording, and it's either my wife Cindy records it, or we had an operations manager, and she would record the message, but it's a female voice. And that seems to work a lot better than my voice. So what they're saying in the voice message is, thanks for your interest in our property at 123 Maple Street. So we give the exact address. And we're looking to rent the property. Here's what we've done to it. And so we'll list the repairs, the renovations. We try to keep the message a minute or less. So we're giving information about the property, bedrooms, baths, square feet. We got central HVAC in there. We're going to say you're going to stay comfortably cool in the summer and wonderfully warm in the winter with our central HVAC system. And then we tell them what the rent amount is. And by the way, this method works when you sell it yourself too, a for sale by owner. We do the same thing when we sold properties ourselves with a for sale by owner sign in the front yard. So we're leasing it out. We're going to have that recorded message. And the reason we do that is for anybody who's ever rented a property, you know you'll get a lot of tire kickers. They're going to call the number you have. They're going to bug you all hours of the day. We eliminate all that. If, for instance, the property is going to rent for $995, we try to, if we want 1,000, we're going to go under 1,000. It's just some psychology there. Go $995. So $995, security deposit $995. That information is going to be in the voice recording. And what happens is, if somebody has a max budget of $750, we're not going to hear from them. And we're not going to have to answer the call. So it saves us a ton of time. And by the way, we do have a call flow associated with that number. So if someone who listens to the message, but they don't leave us a voice recording back, if they don't tell us anything about them, they get a text from us. And this is all set up in advance. And that text simply says, hey, thanks for your interest in our property here at 123 Maple. If this property doesn't fit what you're looking for, please let us know what you are looking for. We might have a property that can meet your criteria. And it's amazing how many people will follow up. So they get a text message if they don't leave us a voice message. If they do leave us a voice message, we get a text message that says, you got a voice message for this property. So that's a system that we set up, saves tons of time. And then here's the kicker on it. Right at the end of that message that we record, we say, walk around the property, take a look at the windows on the side of the property, look for the flyer taped to the window, call that number on the flyer if you're interested in our upcoming open house. That number is a different number. That number comes directly to us. Whether it's me, tends not to be me because we hire people to do all of this, people that work specifically for us, and they'll get the phone call directly to them. That shows us who's really, really interested in the property. And then we set up an open house. And when we set up our open house, and I've been through a number of iterations of how this process should work. If you've ever had a house you have to lease, you know that you can set up appointments and people may or may not show. Things happen, or they just didn't really care. So here's how we try to minimize the amount of time we spend waiting around for people. We tell them, once we've made the connection and we know that they're serious, one, we tell them drive the area before the open house. And then two, here's the time of our open house. We do 2 open houses a week, one during the week, one on the weekend for 30 minutes. And we tell them which time works best for you. So we've given them 2 options. And when they say, hey, Tuesday at 6 o'clock works, or if they choose whatever the time is on a Saturday or Sunday, we say, okay, here's the thing. Call us 30 minutes before you go to the open house. And if we don't hear from you, we won't be there to show you the property. That eliminates unnecessary time on your part, where you go to a property, you're waiting around for people. And I'll tell you, these changes that we made have improved the effectiveness of our ability to rent property and minimize the amount of time we personally spend trying to get the property rented. So Roger, that's what I've got for this week. A few tips on property management.
Very good. That is worth the weight in gold. We had a couple of questions on here. I think one of the questions was asking, kind of in particular. I think you answered this, but what is in the voicemail message?
Yeah.
So if you can just kind of glance over that just real quick, make sure they caught that.
Yeah. What do you say in voicemails when you're looking to buy a property from a seller to get them to call you back? You're looking to buy. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I was talking about. I was talking about when we're trying to rent the property. So what do you say when you're looking to buy a property from a seller to get them to call you back? Well, if a seller is wanting to sell, they're going to answer your call. If they're not looking to sell, they're not that motivated, they probably won't be calling you back. Now, maybe I've misunderstood your question, your comment, like a fix and flip. So if you're trying to buy a property and you're looking for sellers, that is different than my tips on property management. Property management, my tips dealt with you own the property already and you're trying to lease it up or you're trying to sell it. And so our pre-recorded messages address the particulars associated with that house, the size, bedrooms and baths, repairs that we've done. What you're asking, it seems, what do you say in voicemails when you're looking to buy a property? So you're going to leave a voicemail? Is that what I'm taking, Kay, from what your comments are? You're going to leave a voicemail. You can try leaving a voicemail and saying that you're very interested. You're very interested in the property that they have. Now, if it's somebody who's trying to sell it, they're going to probably respond to you. Sometimes I don't, because I just want to talk to them directly. And so I'll try repeatedly that day to try to get a hold of them. But you are at a situation there where you just have to have a motivated seller who is motivated enough to respond to you. And so I just simply say, in those circumstances, I just simply say that maybe I'm responding to some kind of marketing they did, and say I'm responding to that marketing, and or that I have an interest in purchasing your property and would love a call back. Here's my number. I mean, it's that simple.
Very good. Very good. And John, we're going to get to your question a little bit. We're going to go over the meeting dates on here. He's asking when some of the meetings are. And then we have Sharon Pierce that's new to Texas, and she is asking how she locates the off-market properties for fix and flip. One of the best ways, in my opinion, is go to one of our impact meetings. That's where you're going to meet the various people that have deals. And we ask for deals in every impact meeting that we have. So can you throw Tony back on there? If you're doing that, and there's multiple other ways to go out there to find the deals out there, I guess, find the people that have those deals. So come to our meetings. We have a ton of information on that. Next week, we'll probably go into a little bit more detail about that because we have lots of stuff coming on. Tony, can you real quick kind of tell us about your upcoming meetings? You've got 2 locations.
Yeah, sure will, Roger. So, and actually, Sharon, this first meeting that we're going to conduct, it's not in DFW, it's in Waco. So we're really happy to announce, Cindy is my wife, so Cindy and I are really happy to announce that on Wednesday, October 20th, Impact Waco will make its grand opening in Waco for real estate investors. We're going to hold a grand opening event at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Waco South. That's important, the Waco South location, 5701 Legend Lake Parkway in Waco. And for Sharon's question, we're actually going to talk about, are there any good deals in this market? And the interesting thing about that presentation is we're going to hit exactly the type of things that you're looking for. How to find off-market deals. Now, again, it's not in the Metroplex. It'll be down in Waco. But if you want to take a drive, hour and a half south, I can assure you that that time will be well spent to drive down there. Because we're going to cover the type of things that you're interested in. Capitalizing on current market conditions. Finding motivated sellers. Finding the opportunities. What skills do you need to really succeed today as a real estate investor? How to invest with confidence, avoid a bad deal. And then we're going to touch on the eviction moratorium that has received a lot of publicity and press. And then we're going to talk about how real estate investors can capitalize on the eviction moratorium. So that's October 20th. It's a free event. Food and drinks will be provided. Door prizes will be given out. If anyone on here is going to be attending that meeting and you have some deals, bring them. We're going to give you an opportunity to talk about what you have, what you're looking for with regards to selling a property or maybe even funding it. Networking begins at 6 o'clock. The meeting promptly will start at 6:30 and it'll run to 8:30. Following that, October 21st, on Thursday, Cindy and I will be hosting Impact Arlington. Impact Arlington's meeting is going to be at Texas Gulf Center, 8940 Creek Run Road in Fort Worth. Has a Fort Worth address. It sits on the border of Arlington and Fort Worth, I-30 East Chase Parkway exit. Pretty easy location to find. That night, we have Andrew Postel, who's going to join us. Andrew, many folks in the Metroplex know Andrew. He's a loan officer for a mortgage company. But that night, he's going to talk to us as a real estate investor because that's what he's been for 20 years. And he also is a former proud member of the Marine Corps. So once a Marine, always a Marine. And Andrew's going to talk about the BRRRR and BLRRR methods of real estate investing. So the BRRRR method and the BLRRR methods. Much like the Waco event, it's a free event. Food, drinks, door prizes will be provided, and come with your deals because we're going to allow you time at our Arlington event as well. And Roger, I have one more to discuss. Sorry to take up so much time. Saturday, October 23rd. So 2 days after our Thursday event in Arlington, we're going to be back at the same location, Texas Gulf Center, and we're going to do a special workshop Saturday morning, beginning at 9. We'll allow a little bit of time for networking, and then we're going to start and talk about how to be bankable, where to find the money. And we've captured the title here as, please, can I borrow some money for my real estate investment deal? So I'm going to share with everyone who attends some of what I've learned in 38 years of bank regulatory experience, and now the past 4.5 years as a real estate investor. How to prepare a shockingly simple but highly effective business plan, because lenders will love you for that. Second, we're going to talk about and develop an amazing loan request package for any type of lender. We're going to also discuss how to find private money lenders, how to talk to them. Where are they? You know, the rich people, the folks that will lend us money. And we're also going to discuss how to think like a lender. Because if you think like a lender, that will improve the odds of you getting the moolah that you need to do your deals. That workshop is $49 in advance. It'll be $59 at the door. So we have 3 events coming up, and we're pretty excited about them because we're going to be sharing a lot of educational information for real estate investors. Thanks, Roger.
All right. Thank you, Tony. What a neat deal. And if you've not met Andrew Postel, as Tony was saying, he's going to be doing the BRRR. He kind of looks like a pirate. So, he'll fit right in, but the BRRRR bar method and the BLRRR are 2 that I'm looking really forward. I'm looking forward to all of them. But I want to see what he's talking about with the one with the L in it, BLRRR. So very good. Thank you so much for that incredible wisdom and information on the upcoming meetings. I will be at all 3 of those, so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody as we go forward on this. Now we're going to ask if we can to have Tim Lockhart. Tim Lockhart owns Impact Wichita Falls. And we had a great meeting yesterday. If we can bring Tim on board here, and he did a incredible meeting yesterday, and talked about the 5 REI skills, the skills that all of us as investors must have. And Tim has that down better than almost as good as Dennis, should I say? Almost. I mean, Dennis is the one that came up with them. But Tim, I am just absolutely amazed how well you presented that yesterday. And you had a room full of people. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in the Wichita Falls area?
Yeah, thank you, Roger. We did have a great meeting. We had people coming up from the Metroplex and met people all over from North Texas come up for our meeting, and had a great turnout. We had a lot of good participation. And you mentioned having deals to share. I did ask for deals, and we had somebody present a deal that he actually had financing attached to it. So somebody could not only find a deal, but they could find the money at the same time. And so there's opportunities that are out there. Yeah, and talking about the skills that we need. Before the meeting, I was doing some more research to see what the state of our market was, and why do we need to know the skills, and why is this a good time to learn? Well, according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, that is the government agency in the Biden administration that is overseeing these things, they say that over 11 million families right now are at risk of losing their housing. There's 2.1 million families that are behind on their mortgage at least 3 months. And we know once somebody gets 3 months behind, it's really hard for them to catch up. And there's 8.8 million families that are behind on their rent. And who owns most of those single family rentals? It's it's people like us. It's not the big conglomerates, but it's the investors that own 5, 6, 10, or 20 homes. And when you have 8.8 million families that are behind, it makes it really hard on those. And so there's over 1.7 million homeowners that are still in forbearance, which means they're trying to work with their loan officer and their mortgage company to get caught up. So there are lots of people that have problems, and we are in the business of solving problems, and when we can learn the skills that we need to present those homeowners, then that's how we find those off-market deals.
Bring me back up. All right, thank you, Tim. That is that's absolutely incredible. Yeah, and the numbers out there are just. I'm just, I was around in 2008. I watched what happened then. I'm just having a tough time wrapping my mind around these numbers that are coming in out there, about these people that are in distress, about all these people that need our help. And that's what we do with all the real impact is we are problem solvers. We go in, we know how to solve those problems. And that's what we want to teach you to know how to do, is to go in, solve those problems, help them out of their situation. In the meantime, you have the solution, and that solution, part of that solution is you're going to get that property out of their name. You're going to get that big giant problem off their shoulders that they have out there. So I was in Wichita Falls yesterday. I watched him do his magic out there, and oh my gosh, I tell you, and he's right. He had a family that drove in, that's on the call tonight. I actually see one of his questions on here, but they drove literally 5 hours to go to that meeting in Wichita Falls. Now that guy is dedicated to make this business work. I know in a year from now, well, we're going to talk about it later in this, but we just got back from a getaway down in Cancun, all-inclusive event. We had 62 of us there. Tim was there, Tim and his wife, Gabi. But I expect to see John and John's family there this spring when we do our next one in the end of March, thereabout somewhere. We're still working on the dates on that. So, Tim, thank you so much. Your next meeting is going to be subject to. It's going to be not on the normal Saturday you normally hold these on. I'll be holding that meeting for you. I'll be hosting that meeting. You're hosting it. I'll be talking. And what date is that?
It's going to be the first Saturday in November 6th.
First Saturday. Okay. Good deal. I think that's the 8th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, 8th. I'm sorry. The first Saturday.
Yeah. First Saturday in November, back in Wichita Falls. But that's exciting. His room was just absolutely packed. This thing is happening. He had multiple people in there that are already students of ours, already students of Tim's, that are getting results, making things happen, building their business, establishing their business all the way through. So, Tim, thank you so much for being on here tonight. And just stay on, because we may be bringing you back on here in a bit. I don't know, but we'll see. Pam Clary. Pam is our Decatur Alliance Impact Trainer, Impact Owner for the Decatur Alliance area. Hello, Pam. How are you?
Just fine. How about y'all?
Doing great. You're looking great tonight. You've had what's been going on this weekend? You just look like a beam of sunshine.
I tell you what, we were at the courthouse. My team and I, we were at the courthouse, and I don't know who's more excited about what we bought, our hard money lender, Terry Weekly, or us. I mean, we bought 2 properties.
Uh-oh. You went mute. Pam, you hit the mute button.
No, I was saying, talking about what's going on at the courthouse and the foreclosures. What people don't understand is the people that were in foreclosure before COVID, they're the ones that are getting hit. So the 2 properties that we bought, we had to go evict the people and tell them that we're giving them a certain amount of days to get out. But anyway, they knew that they were in trouble. They said that, they were just biding their time out and everything. So we have a lot going on, my team and I. And like I said, I don't know who's more excited, us or our hard money lender. So we just found out on our Justin property, we should be done with it in about 3 weeks. I went by today to check on it, and we just finished painting. So what's left is minor plumbing, flooring, and tile work, and that will be up on the market. We're really excited about this property. We stand to make a year's salary on it. That's how exciting we are about it. So my meeting is October the 19th. They were asking about, how to find properties. Our topic is, is your mind, strong enough to find your first deal or maybe even your next deal? And how we came up with the topic is I went back, started training my bird dogs. I'm like, y'all are not finding, the right deals, what we need. So I held a small class, and they all said, this is what you need to be teaching in your impact training class. So that's how we came up with it. Our meeting is Tuesday, October the 19th. I'm even going to break it down. I was a former teacher, and so instead of teaching by slides, we're going to teach on whiteboard. We're going to actually talk about how to set your mind, because it's all around you. Are you really listening and everything and paying attention to what's around you? My family used to get mad. They wouldn't even want to go grocery shopping with me at one time when I was really dark, heavy into all of this. So we're going to do a lot of talking and training. It's going to be at the golf shots there across from Texas Motor Speedway. The meeting networking starts at 6:30. The meeting starts at 7. They have food there. So if you want to come before 6:30, grab something to eat. We will have prizes. If you bring someone new, you have a chance to win $20. We're giving away not race car tickets to Texas Motor Speedway, but those that are here in Boyd. We've got a couple of great prizes that we're going to give away. So we're excited. Come out. I was going to have a meeting this Thursday involving women. Like when we went to our getaway, I noticed that a lot of people are couples. I'm not married. I'm single, and I've been doing investing since 2013. And women ask me all the time. And during our getaway, I actually had someone saying that, they want to be a part of their husband's team, and how can, she get involved. So we're going to start having women's group meetings. We were going to do it Thursday, but that interferes with Tony's meeting. So we're going to wait and start it in November. So you don't have to be single. You don't have to be a female. But if you want to know how to get started, we are going to have, meetings on either on a Wednesday or a Thursday. We haven't got it set yet. So there we go. What else can I say?
All right. Thank you so much. That is great. And I'm looking forward to being at Big Shots. That's I've been at events at similar ones to that. I'm looking forward to seeing what Big Shots is all about. Excited about that. That's going to be on the 19th.
It's nice. They have putt. They have the regular, I don't play golf, so I don't know a lot about it. But when I took the kids to play putt, they had a fantastic, and it was in the shade. And they have a lot to do there. I'm surprised. And maybe all golf centers do that. I don't know, but it's hopefully we're talking them into giving away an hour session, a free hour session, something like that.
Okay.
So
very good. Well, I know we can tell Mike Lewis that what we can do is we can all raise money to get him to go out in front of the into the driving range. We'll put a helmet on him and see if he can dodge the balls through the driving range. So that'll be fun. That'll be some good entertainment that we have there. So we can let Mike know that that's kind of what we have in the pipeline for him. That'll be fun to see if you can hit the hard money guy or the wholesaler guy.
The reason why I've been looking so good is because I've been talking to a lot of people getting deals. We're dealing with a lot of reverse mortgage people. So it's
really,
yes, that's our new little niche.
All right, I'm looking forward to you teaching a session on that. That'll be cool. That'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of questions on reverse mortgage, especially jumping into subject 2. We have a lot of questions on that with subject 2 because can you do that? I haven't figured that out yet, so I look forward to having you coach me on that and tell me what you're doing on that. That'll be fun.
But Roger, to let people know, like I said, I called you about, can you do a subject 2 on someone? There's a mortgage going on with that person's no longer alive, and you said yes. Anyway, we put it all together and everything, thanks to you, and so they're excited about it. So, you need to make sure you bring that up in a class.
All right, we will do that. So Pam, thank you so much. Good to see you. And now let's bring on Renee and Doug Toon. They are in Longview, Texas. They own and run the Impact Longview. And hello, Renee. You're looking wonderful tonight.
Well, thank you. I'm half of the team of Doug and Renee. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. He's under the weather. So he says hello, everyone. He looks forward to getting better, and we'll see y'all soon. So, Roger, one of the things I've been thinking about is we think about our training that we have to offer through Real Impact is the fact that we teach the 7 secrets of success. And one of the most important steps in that is step 1, and that is getting your mind right. And I was recently reading in The Road to Your Best Stuff a quote by Mike Williams. He said, your view of yourself will determine how hard you work, how good you become, the quality of resources you attract, and how well you're able to gain, repeat, and elevate success. And I think the fact of the matter is, for all of us in any walk of life, we really do want to create and elevate our success. And so I'm so excited to welcome our next speaker in October. Monday, October 18th, we're hosting Randy Draper. He's a national speaker and author that's coming to Longview. And he's not only going to be sharing his book, Happy to Do It, but he'll be talking on that subject as well. It'll include things like the concept of your attitude determines your altitude. And the things he'll be speaking on will not only apply in our real estate investment businesses, but they'll apply in so many other areas of our life. So I just want to encourage people to come to the Big Red Barn in Longview on October 18th. Our networking, this is when you get to interact with other people in our group and talk with them and find out if they have a deal or maybe you have a deal you want to share. That starts at 6:30, and we like to bring in T. Blanco's Salsa and Chips, the nearby Mexican restaurant here that has phenomenal salsa that you'll love. And then at 7 o'clock, Randy will start our meeting. So just want to invite anyone and everyone in the East Texas area to come out Monday, October 18th. So there you go.
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much.
Sure.
What an exciting deal. Linda Jean and I were talking about that today. We're going to be out there on the 18th. And really want to see what Randy has to offer, what he's going to talk about. That's the beauty about these impact meetings is you get a different spin, you get a different area, some different knowledge at every location that we have. So so Monday the 18th, and she didn't make the chips and salsa. I mean, that is some of the best salsa you'll ever have. I'm telling you that I can't wait to go to their restroom. There you go, the restaurant, and see, anybody can do this, but go to their restaurant and taste some of their food. I mean, oh my gosh, that sauce is just so good.
It's so
So
good.
looking forward to that.
Hey, and Randy, one other thing I was going to tell you that I didn't, I mean, Randy, I'm thinking about Randy Draper. Roger, sorry. Randy also has years of experience as a builder in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So he brings a lot of knowledge and information from that perspective as well. So you are not going to want to miss this. It's going to be great.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. Excited about that. Can't wait to see y'all and see Randy and make all that happen. So thank you so much for being on here tonight. And tell Doug that we'll just need to take it easy on him on the next vacation, because he came back. He came back, he was okay for a week or so, but then after that he started getting a little puny. So we need to make sure we don't vacation so hard next time for poor old Doug. So
Right.
all right. Thank you so much, Renee. All right. Now let's bring on Karen Maxwell. Karen is our impact sales lady. She is working with new franchises all over the state, and a couple of them outside the state, a couple of them in some other areas, but we're growing rapidly. We train the trainers, and we are your local source. So when you work with us on any of our training, we're local. We're not out there in a cubicle in Bangladesh reading off a script telling you what to do. So every one of our everybody involved in impact is involved in investing in real estate. We don't have anybody in impact that is not doing massive amounts of real estate investing. So Karen, tell us what's going on.
Okay, well, as Roger said, IMTs are Impact Master Trainers. And let me tell you, we have had some great conversations with some people lately that are coming on board with us. And we've actually, as Tony said, he actually has 2 groups. He's in Arlington and Waco. And we think that we are going to be filling Granbury and Louisville soon. And so we're really excited about that. But we do have other areas available. So at Real Impact, we are changing people's lives through real estate, and we want you to do that as well. So if you think that you are honest, successful, experienced, hardworking, and likable, give me a call and let's talk and see if you're a good fit for us. Even if it's not right now, maybe it's not a good fit for you right now, but maybe you'd consider it in the future. We'd love to talk to you. I prefer to be called the Queen. I'm going to dub that the Real Impact Queen. But anyway, we have 11 locations currently, and we are looking to expand to more. And even if you don't know everything about real estate, every real estate strategy, that's okay, because guess what? Dennis is going to provide all that for you. Everything's on the website. You don't have to know everything, but we just want someone that can be considered that local expert. And you have to be likable. So that's one of the best things about working with Real Impact, is that we are a family, and you can call on any of us at any time. We're here to support you, and we want you to be successful as well as your group. So feel free to give me a call. I believe he has my number on there. Yes. You can give me a call, email me, text me, and I'll definitely get back to you.
All right. Good deal. So what Karen essentially said is, we're looking for the entrepreneur real estate investor. We're also the entrepreneur that wants to be a real estate investor. You come into a Real Impact franchise, and we will teach you not only how to run your franchise, but how to be a successful real estate investor, because you can't teach it if you don't sell it. You can't teach it if you don't do it. I think it was Zig Ziglar said you can't sell pots and pans if you don't own a set of pots and pans. So that was him or Norman Vincent Peale. Dennis knows that better than I do. So we'll have him on here in just a couple of minutes. But we have a big event coming up that we're all involved in. So next month, November the 13th, which is a Saturday, an all-day Saturday, we're going to be doing a subject to training. It's going to be very intense. You're going to get a workbook. We're going to be working on various parts of this. You're gonna learn how to do contracts. You're gonna learn how to market for sales, how to find the why. The list goes on and on. So we're excited that we're having that, and I will be visiting every one of our impact locations, doing a 1 hour preview of what we have there. But if you go to any of our sites, any of our areas there, you will see that we will have a link on there if you want to register. I will be posting tomorrow the various hotels. I'm working right now with trying to get us a block of rooms, but there's about 6 or 8 hotels right around the convention center that we're going to be holding this at. The cost of it, early bird cost, is $299, and bring a friend for $100. That's one friend. That is not 5 friends for $100. We always have to explain that. So bring a friend for $100. We have that in there. And so this is kind of what we have. It'll be in Fort Worth, Texas, South Fort Worth, at the Forest Hill Civic and Convention Center. It is extreme training. You're going to walk out of there knowing how to do subject twos. So we're looking forward to having lots of people out there. It will start at 9 in the morning. We're going to go till 5 in the evening, 5 in the afternoon. And the night before, for those of y'all register, we're all going to meet and we're going to have dinner. We're going to network together with the dinner on Friday night. So we're looking, that's going to be exciting. We've done several of these. The results out of this 1 day class has absolutely been incredible, watching what people do, what they go back and do. One that we held, we came back and we had, I think it was close to 20 deals that were under contract in a week from our students that were in that class. So I look forward to seeing you there. I am also the author of Subject 2. There we go. Subject 2, the book. It is off the press, waiting on the shipping right now. If that's going the way it's been going for my book on this, it may be a while. I hope not, but it's been kind of frustrating on that. So with that, I'm going to segue in to president of our Real Impact Training, the guy who put this together, the guy who made this training what it is today, which is second to none, Dennis Henson. If we can put him on the screen. Dennis, you got a new book out, don't you? Where am I at? Here we go.
I do. I'm excited about it too.
All right.
Ever to get it published, but with Karen's help, we finally got it finished, and so it's available now. If anybody'd like to take a look at it, it's called The Royal Flush of Real Estate Investing, which tells you why real estate investing is absolutely the very best investment you can make. It's better than investing in precious metals or jewels or bank CDs or mutual funds or anything else. And the reason that it's better is because of the royal flush, which is the 5 things that this investment has that none of the other investments have. And I'm excited about that, but I'm also excited about the things that we've got coming up for Real Impact. During the 1st of November, each of the franchises will be hosting a Roger. Roger's going to come in and give some really great points, but he can't really cover everything about Subject 2 in 90 minutes. So at the end of that week, just as Roger said, I believe it's on the 13th, we're going to have a full day of training at the Forest Hill Convention Center. The night before, there's a dinner. You mentioned that also. And it's just really going to be exciting. People are going to learn a lot, and they're going to go away with all of the forms and contracts and knowledge that they need to know to really make their Subject 2 business take off. And then after that, later on, I've been working on some other things that I'm excited about. In March, we're going to have Pete Fortunato come from St. Petersburg, Florida. He is, well, I had 15 years of real estate investing groups, about 2 or 3 a month. And I think I had over 300 speakers. And of the 300 speakers I had, Pete Fortunato was hands down absolutely the very best. And I'm so excited because he doesn't do this anymore. He stopped speaking, but since we're friends, and I invited him, told him I would buy him a McDonald's hamburger. He really likes McDonald's hamburgers. So I'm going to buy him a hamburger every day that he's here. He's going to come and speak with all of our franchises and then spend 2 days with us, a 2-day weekend. So I'm excited about listening to it myself. Then at the end of March, we're going to have another getaway. The getaway has all of a sudden become really super successful. I get 2 or 3 calls a week of people, when's your next getaway? I missed this one. I want to be on the list. So rooms are already filling up and we don't even have the exact date yet. So I think it's going to be another really great getaway. We have lots of fun, meet a lot of wonderful people, learn an awful lot. And if you want to keep up with all of the things that are going on, go to realimpacttraining.com. We've included a calendar there. You can see the upcoming meetings, what the topics are, what events that we have coming up. And there's an awful lot of other things that you can learn. So visit that website, realimpacttraining.com. And I forgot to mention that Pete's going to be talking about structuring deals. He's the most creative person that I've ever known. So mark your calendar for early March. And that's what we've got going now. Roger, do you have anything else for me?
I think I think everything is good. We had a great corporate meeting that we do once a month. We did that Friday, a couple of days ago. I always learn so much from our instructors, from our franchisees. The information that we have packaged in Real Impact is just absolutely incredible listening to our groups and our people talk about the success that we have with our students. We added tons of new students in the last 30 days that are being taught throughout, from all the way from, as far west as Wichita Falls and as far east as Longview, Texas. So we have a ton of students out there. We've got several that are signing up. We do have financing for that if you need that. Karen mentioned that we're looking for more leaders and more locations so we can share more of this. We've got the infrastructure down. It works. It works every time. So we look forward to having that on there. And Dennis, thank you so much for your knowledge.
Well, I have one other thing. Our next introduction to the IMT is on November the 12th. That's the day before the Subject 2 training, but that will also be at Forest Hill. So if you're at all interested in maybe talking about how the franchise works and how you can become a group leader and a master trainer, give Karen or Roger a call or me. Reach out to one of us. Their numbers are being they're coming across the screen, so they're easy for you to find us. And we'd love to have you come and learn more about it. There's no pressure. It's just, here's how it works. And that's really worked for us. People see it and they can't believe the opportunity. And so we're getting an awful lot of people interested in this. So thank you, Roger, for putting on this call. It's really great.
All right, good deal. Thank you so much. I always try to wrap up in under an hour. Thank you, Tony and Karen and Pam and Renee and Tim and everybody else, Dennis, of course, and everybody else that's on this call. We really appreciate y'all all being here. If you have any questions whatsoever, reach out to any of us. We can get you the answers. We want to get you plugged in. We want to make you successful. We want to make everything here happen for you. So thank you so much for being out here. Look for us. Go to our website, realimpacttraining.com. Send us a message. Go to any of the MeetUp sites that we have. You can just go into MeetUp and type in Impact, and you're going to have a ton, Impact Real Estate. So you're going to have a ton of locations pop up and where we're out there. Hope to see everybody at one of our meetings and on November the 13th. So feel free to sign up there. You can sign up on any of our Facebook pages and any of our meetup sites. There's a link on those to sign up for the November 13th. We make it easy for you. Hopefully we'll see you there. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Thanks everybody for being on here tonight. Everybody remain safe, and we will see you next week.
All right.
7 o'clock Sunday night.
Thank you.
Thank you.